Hello and welcome back, people. It feels like we've never been gone. Welcome back to Teacup Castle. Welcome back to another World Cup watch-along. This time we have got Paraguay versus France. Are we about to see the upset of the tournament? We had hoped that was going to be Cape Verde winning against Argentina. It wasn't to be. Therefore, my hopes are now being pinned on Paraguay beating France. However, I do need somebody to stay in the competition that can beat Argentina. Argentina must not win this World Cup. That's the number one rule. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Oh, give me a sec. I made a little mistake earlier. Do you know this big cup of water that I keep for the watch-alongs to keep me going in case I end up with a sore throat or a coughing fit? Well, after the last watch-along, I decided, wouldn't it be a good idea to throw that giant cup of water all over my computer? Brains of the operation over here. So, as you can see, the computer thankfully is still working. However, I do now have to be careful with the water because apparently I can't even be trusted with that. But welcome back to the Teacups. I hope you are all good and well. I hope everybody's fine. Oh, everything's moved now because I was cleaning up the water. Well, Boffman was cleaning up the water. Everything's moved. So bear with me while I get myself set again. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. But yes, nobody was electrocuted. The computer still works. Let me fix this. This has been annoying me on the first watch along and I haven't had a chance to fix it and then I forgot. So actually, this is not very centered. Let me fix it. Let me, because it's actually highly irritating. Haha. That doesn't look centered either. Maybe it's because I'm not centered. It is though. Because according to this, that's it. Right in the middle. Okay, right. There, sorry, that on the first watch along, that was really irritating the life out of me because I could see it was slightly skewed to one side. But I didn't want to stop the watch along to fix it. Although, to be fair, we had time on the first one because it was so boring. But we're hoping for a better match this time round. Less excitement in Teacup Castle, more excitement on the pitch. So let me say hello to everybody. Rob was here and then disappeared and then reappeared. Daz was also here. Tom is in with the bald Baz. Love it. Let me see. Then we have Andrew also in the chat, and lovely Shem. Everybody saying hi, and Mama Flossie. And a Barca fan, hello as well. Greetings to you. Welcome, guys. Please do read the scroller. No spoilers. No spoilers, please. If I haven't said it, it hasn't happened yet. Don't tell me. The reason we have the timer is so you know where I am. If I've seen something happen, I'm going to tell you. So don't you tell me first, okay? But we're doing pretty okay, to be fair. We're doing pretty okay for the most part on the watch-alongs. Little thing about tomorrow, guys. I want to tell you now, because if I wait till later, I might actually end up forgetting. There will be no 12 o'clock show tomorrow. There will be the watch-alongs. We will be having the watch-along. It's Brazil-Norway tomorrow, so we will be doing a watch-along for that. However, short of like an incredibly insane, here we go, like something totally unexpected, there's not going to be any daytime streams tomorrow, just evening stream. Essentially, I'm taking a little bit of a break because I'm absolutely exhausted. And as we saw in the week, my immune system's getting a little bit run down. So I'm going to have a little bit of TLC with myself tomorrow. And then I will be back with you in the evening. So don't panic if you don't see a 12 o'clock show. There's not supposed to be one. I'm taking a wee lazy Sunday morning afternoon and then back with ye tomorrow evening for a watch along. You got to take cares of yourself because your health is your wealth, guys. And obviously, it's just little old me doing like everything. So it does take a bit of time, both streaming and off stream. And while I love it very much, my sleep pattern has absolutely struggled with these kickoff times. So going to take a little bit of rest tomorrow and then back in the evening time. Shem is already... I love the contrast. I love the contrast. Harold, let's go. Shem, I'm already panicking. Yes, Tom, I'm aware nobody said I can't. I wasn't asking for permission. I was very much telling you. I'm absolutely aware nobody said I can't because it's absolutely not up to anybody else. I was telling you out of courtesy because I do a daily show. I'm fully aware nobody said I can't. It's not anybody else's decision but mine. Nobody can tell me that I can't, even if they wanted to. I'm letting you know out of courtesy because I have a lot of regular viewers. But thank you for that, Tom. Yes, it does come across quite that way in text. It really does. I was like, I'm aware. I don't know if you could tell. Hassan is with us. Hello to Hassan, who is coming strong. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. Yes, Harold. Is it not Norway Brazil tomorrow? Have I got that wrong? Hold on, let me see. My notebook got drenched in the great waterfall. It's not really a straight notebook anymore. It's a little bit wrinkly. But yes, tomorrow is the 5th. I have written down Brazil-Norway. Is that incorrect? Let me double check. I'm sure it's tomorrow. Maybe I wrote it down backwards. Let me see. What are we reckoning on this one, guys? Does anybody think that Paraguay can actually get past France? Yes. Brazil-Norway tomorrow, the 5th of July at 9 p.m. Yes. Watchalong. Norway-Brazil. Yes, well, 9 p.m. for us. It'll be a slightly different time for Harold and Guess and anybody who's not on the same time band as us. Oh, yes, Harold. Absolutely, I am indeed. That's actually what I'm saving my energy for, because that's 9 p.m. It's actually a lovely time because it does allow me to have sort of a day that I'm not kind of, I have to go back for the stream. So myself and Boffman are going to be a cute couple tomorrow, do couple things on a weekend. And then 9 p.m. I'm going to ditch him and come talk to you guys. Rob says no chance. Say it how you see it, Rob. Hassan said a 10% maybe. Daz says 4-0 to France. Oh, the timer. Bonkers says Paraguay could upset the apple cart. And Shem has said, come on, Paraguay. So I think we know where most people's loyalties are lying this evening. But we will see. We will see. Right. I'm waiting for the countdown, guys. Are we even counting yet? No, we're just all standing looking at each other. We were waiting for the advertisements to be over. See the man who's put his hand in the air? He is the man who's watching the ads to see if the football's allowed to start. He runs the hydration breaks as well. Obviously, it's a different person in each match. But he's the guy who tells you when the ads are over and you're allowed to play. So the referee and all the teams were ready to go, and they couldn't because they had to wait for the advertising to be over. Tom, please tell me you haven't put a spoiler in the chat. Please tell me you have not put a spoiler in the chat. Lads, I'm telling you now, I'll ban the whole lot of you. And I'm not even joking. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. I take time out of my day to do this. Not funny. I'll remove the whole lot of you. I'm not laughing. Like bloody hell. All Boxed Up has joined us. Right, well, I'm going to watch the match now, since apparently the chat is just a law unto itself at the minute. I get trolls coming in that aren't regulars on the channel, but regulars on the channel trolling. Seriously, lads? I'll remember that the next time. I'll just not bother me arse. Like, not cool at all. Not cool. No, what you've come into, all boxed up, is regular viewers putting in fake spoilers at the start of a watch-along. It's not pandemonium. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Flossie. I hadn't noticed. Pandemonium is like chaos. It's like chaos, craziness, mayhem going on. You'll all be shocked to know the game has started with France in possession. Thank you, Rob. Rob is syncing with me. $264 left to go, Harold. Come on. 264 kilometers left for Harold out of 1,200. 1,200 kilometers Harold has driven today. 264 left. He's in the home run. I do hope we get goals in this one, guys. We made it through the last one, but this one's going to be tough if we don't get goals. I don't know if we can do two with no goals. Yes, massive respect to Harold. Massive respect to Harold. He works so hard, so he does. Right. If we all think France is likely the winner, I know some of you said there's a small chance, but if we all think France is going to be the winner, who do we think the goal scorers are going to be? Because I think that might be our only fun tonight. That or Paraguay are going to absolutely have a turn up for the books. But who do we think? If we think it's going to be France, sort of more or less, who do we think are going to be the goal scorers? Because they seem to be taking turns having good matches. Do you know what I mean? Like Dembele had a match and then Mbappe had a match and they're sort of swapping it around. Shout out all boxed up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Big up to you as well. Big up to you. Very much appreciated. We've already got a corner, by the way. Early corner for France. Not as early as some other corners, but an early corner for France. Harold reckons it's going to be a very one-sided game. I mean, potentially. And Josh says, we meet again, guys. Big up to everyone. And Luke is back with us as well. Hello to lovely Luke. Hassan reckons Mbappe and Dembele, possibly Olise, and maybe Saliba scores a header. No braces, no hat-tricks, just one for everyone. I mean, it's possible. Solid Blake in the chat and reckons Mbappe and Olise. Daz doesn't mind who scores, but he would prefer Mbappe for his FPL. Tom has put in a super chat. Thank you very much to Tom for the super chat, who says, big up Lou and community. I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you very much. And yes, for anybody who can't read the scroller and doesn't hear me say it on every single bloody watch along, don't put spoilers in the chat. It's not, you know, it's fairly standard across watch-alongs. Don't put spoilers in the chat. That's why we have a clock. All boxed up. Come on, Paraguay. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Come on, Paraguay. Daz appears to be struggling to read the teams. This one in the box says Paraguay. Have I the wrong? Okay, no, not the team names. Have I the wrong lineups pulled across? I apologize, guys. I apologize. Are they not the right ones? I've done one and not the other. Don't mind me, right? Give me a second. I've done Paraguay and I've not done France. Never mind France. They don't need one. I was like, what is wrong with Paraguay and France? Never mind, right? Give me a sec. Spilling water all over the computer threw me a little bit. And I forgot the second team. Right, let me fix her up. These boys have decided they don't want to leave. They're going to go again. You'll be shocked to know it is France attacking, so don't worry. We're not missing anything. I am listening. But let me just write this down. So Paraguay are panicking a little bit here. I mean, to be fair, France have been absolutely all over them. Barcola, Olise, Dembele, Rabiot. Tip to anyone who wants to start their own channel and do watch-alongs, don't throw water all over your computer when you're halfway through your overlay. You're highly likely to forget something. Right, let me see. Mignon. Spelled his name wrong. There we are. Right. Let me get her. Rejig a road. Yeah, it's complete chaos. Complete chaos. Let me see. So I didn't change it. And then when I did change it, I forgot one of the teams. It's going well, lads. Anyone would think I'd never done one of these before. Right. There we go. There we go. Now we've actually got French players playing for France, which is a wonder. Thank you to Daz for letting me know, because I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed at all. I was like, what does he mean by in the boxes? And then I went, oh, the big boxes. Oh, dear lordy, lads. Oh, dear Lord. We're fixed up now. We're only 11 minutes into the game. We've got it all set up now. It's fine. I'm dropping the ball completely. No, you're right. I did a U. It's your fault, Josh. You dropped the tea, you dropped the beer, and then I spilled the water all over the computer. Disastrous. I was really, really worried the computer, just because I dropped it on like the bit that makes the computer. Do you know what I mean? The box with all the pieces inside it. Not like the screen or anything, like the actual computer. And so I was slightly concerned I might not be able to do a second watch along at all. I thought the computer was going to be completely fried. But Boffman fixed her up for me. Got it all sorted out. It did interrupt my train of thought, though. As you can tell, it interrupted my train of thought. The free kick here for Paraguay, by the way. They've taken it, and it's gone directly to France. Now, all boxed up is saying possession-wise, France expected to have the ball the majority of the time. We've been here before. Can France score past a stubborn Paraguay? Probably yes, but we'll see. Yes. I don't like that. And the defense against attack, because eventually the defense lets one through, because attack only has to get through once. The defense has to be on it for the whole game. So Paraguay do have to attack as well. Yeah, you know what I mean. The box that makes the computer a computer. Like what is it? Is it a CPU? Is that what it's called? Central Processing Unit. That feels like it makes a computer, doesn't it? Right. My teacher, when we learned computers, now we're in primary school, but we did a computer class in primary school, and my teacher used to just tell us it was the brain of the computer. So now that's what I call it, is the brain. I don't actually remember. I think it's a CPU, but I didn't want to say that like really confidently and then be very wrong. So at least if you knew what I meant, didn't you? You weren't confused. Yes, bonkers. They were showing Arsene Wenger again. He's getting a lot of TV time. That's my backup, Josh. If this doesn't work out on YouTube because I keep breaking everything, I'm just going to be a stand-up comedian. All they'd have to do is just follow me around looking at me. They'd have a good old giggle. The worst thing is I don't actually know how I knocked the water over. It was fine, and then it was on the computer. It was a bit of an accident, really. I mean, I'm not sure you would do it on purpose, but you get my point. I mean, they're defending really well at the minute, Paraguay. But that's all well and good for 15 minutes. What are they going to be like in another, like in the 60th minute? Are they going to be with this much energy? I don't bloody well think so. We have seen this before. Solid Blake. It's the most I've seen Wenger in years. Me too. Hassan enjoys it. To be fair, Hassan, you're not the only one. There's actually JT that bees with us sometimes. You would see him probably in Mo and Assam's as well. I think he likes this type of a game as well. Some people do. They like the sort of tactical side of it. Kind of what you're saying there. More complex. I don't. I just want to see goals and more goals. That's where I am with the whole thing. I'm a simple child. You want like intelligent football, broken down, going to mentally stimulate you. I'm like, me like goals. I don't even mind for who. Let me get myself together. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, lads. I was so organised for the last one. This one, I'm a mess. Right. Olise looks to be on it today. Olise looks to be at the races. Josh says maybe Paraguay can frustrate them. I think it's hard to frustrate a team that feels like they are inevitable. Although, Man City get frustrated. Like, Man City get very frustrated when things don't go their way. And they would have, until the last maybe year or so, had that feeling of being inevitable. So, maybe. I mean, it's possible. Do you know what I think as well? Oftentimes when a team has a lot of big stars, they don't really behave as a team. Like Real Madrid, do they really behave like a team? Brazil, I don't think are particularly gelling as a team. I actually think France, though, considering they really are full of like stars, they do seem to operate as a team. You see them communicating, talking. Like there's Dembele, Olise. They've been doing that in every match. Even Mbappe, I know he gets a lot of stick. There's a lot of memes. But they do communicate. They do, to me anyway, look like a team. I see them communicating. They understand each other. They know where the other person's going to be most of the time. They know what the other player wants most of the time. When I watch England, I don't see that. Do you know what I mean? It's unusual for a team with a lot of big players to feel that way. Maybe you guys disagree, though. Maybe you don't see that. I feel like they do, though. You like watch them speak to each other, watch them overlap, kind of without saying much. It's interesting to see. Yeah, exactly, Salah Blake. Like PSG, and look at them now. Exactly. And that's it. It normally doesn't work. You're 100% right. Salah Blake is saying, hoping Paraguay can give them a game like Cape Verde did last night. You and me both. We do have a yellow card for France player Barcola. Barcola, yellow cards. I mean, he was trying to kick the ball and I know he's kicked him there. Hasn't meant to, though. The ball was gone before he got there, but he didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm going soft. Flossie is saying, Miggy, that's how Almiron will dive at the first chance. And we all know I love that bit of diving on the ground. Harold says, when they first get stressed for not scoring, they will get more stressed than others. Fair. Hassan, yeah, I like that. The different flavors of football. And that's the thing. We all enjoy different things. You know, if we all liked the same things, it would all be boring. So, yeah, the different flavors of football, I like that. Very fancy. Rob is saying France are silky. They are for the most part, yeah. That wasn't a very good free kick, was it? Guys, please do remember to hit the like button. I can't remember if I said that at the start of the show or not. I was that busy still being on the last match and not changing my overlay. So apologies. We were a little bit fits and starts at the beginning, but we're in the swing of it now, and we're probably due a hydration break soon. No, Salah Blake, the match really hasn't got going yet. You're right. That's how I feel. I thought maybe it was me because I was swapping the overlay and trying to get everything set up properly. I thought maybe it was me that just hadn't got into the match, but the match itself doesn't feel like it's really caught yet. Let me see. Okie dokie. Kone, shot, wide. I think that's going to be a corner. Yes, solid Blake. We need a goal to liven it up a bit. Harold says, the beauty of football stems from its complexity within its simplicity. Corner in, Paraguay got to it straight away. They haven't cleared it too far, so France are going to try and come again. They're back at the halfway line now. But they're going to try and come again. I feel like that's going to be the theme of the match, though. Paraguay defend, France come again. There you go. Another defensive header there. Another corner. Another corner for France. That one looked... the first delivery, the last corner, looked a little short. That one looked slightly overhit. He's not getting it just quite right. We're already at the hydration break, which is incredible. 0-0 at the hydration break. We're already 23 minutes into the match. Hassan says, maybe the French aren't taking this match too seriously. It's a knockout, though. I think they'll change gears post the hydration break. I mean, they have to take it seriously. I think maybe they're not feeling overly stressed. Maybe they feel confident that they can beat Paraguay. Maybe they feel differently facing Paraguay than they would feel facing Argentina or one of the other teams. So maybe they're not like stressing. I would like to think they're taking it seriously, though. Because if they're not, then I bloody well hope Paraguay win. I do think maybe it's more calm than not taking it seriously. But we don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're like, oh, Paraguay, of course, will beat them. Like what we said about Argentina was they definitely took Cape Verde seriously. They were definitely wary. They weren't throwing bodies forward. They weren't overconfident. You could see it in how they played. France look a little bit less nervous about Paraguay than Argentina did about Cape Verde. To be fair to them, I don't mind this hydration break because they're actually playing like with an open top arena and the sun is shining on the top of them. It looks quite warm. Look at the amount of people. I love the aerial views. It's just amazing to see, isn't it? Solid Blake says, France too overconfident of getting the win, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to find the right middle ground, isn't it? Because we said last night, Argentina were too wary and they needed to move a bit faster and their build-up was too slow. And that's actually what caused them problems, being too wary. So I suppose only time will tell if France are overconfident or if they're just like calm. Calm is good. Stress makes you make mistakes. Calm is good. So I think only time will tell, really. Harold says they underestimate them and that might be their downfall. So Harold is touching on what Solid Blake is saying there. But yes, they do need to step it up because 0-0, 1-0 is a dangerous scoreline. 0-0 is no good for anybody. So, like you can see there, all the players are ready and we're waiting for the ads to be over. Everybody's on the pitch. Righto, I think we're going to get a goal kick here. Yeah, I agree, Solid. Solid is saying if France get one before halftime, then the floodgates could open. I do agree with that. Zach Kone forward again. Won back by Paraguay from Kone. Oh, they're on the run here. He's fast. Who's that? He's really fast. Number 10. He's very fast for Paraguay. He can he get... He made a great run and then just could not get the ball into the box. Such a good run and then nothing at the end of it. Right, they're going to try again. He's just shot. I mean, that was a good block. And then just an absolute, like, nothing of a kick. It's going to be a goal kick to France. But who's number 10? I need to start putting numbers beside the bloody names here so I know who I'm looking at. How many times do we like, who's that number? I need to start just putting names and numbers beside each other so I don't mix them all up. But, right, number 10 for Paraguay is Almiron. It was a great run. And then he didn't know what to do. He just couldn't get it into the box. Do you know what? Fair play to Deschamps. Didn't his mommy pass away like only recently, like during the tournament, and he went home and then came back? That has to be so hard. I'm sure I saw that. I might be wrong though, so do fact check me if that's wrong. I'm sure. That was dangerous. Just absolutely rolled across the front of the Paraguay goal. Nobody in from France just was there. She did, Sol Blake, thank you. Like, fair play to him, because that has to be, you know, your head to be so split. It's incredible dedication. Yeah, quite recent, yeah. Almiron's on the ground. Flossie did tell us he has a tendency to go down. There was a bit of contact, to be fair. And it actually takes a deflection, that ball, after Dembele. He's up miraculously. He's okay, Almiron. We'll see how he goes. Yes, he was at home during the Norway game. I thought it was only one match he missed. Just incredible. France are going forward again. I tell you what, who is that at left back for Olise is going to try now. Olise is out there on that side. But they're doing really well over there. Woohoo! That was a good ball in. The balls coming in for France are very good. If Mbappe can get on the end of any of them, Paraguay will be in trouble. It just went through between him and I think it was Almiron actually as well. Rob says, I thought France would be more up for it. Maybe that is them not being overconfident though. Maybe like they are attacking. Maybe that is them showing respect to Paraguay, that they're not leaving themselves wide open. They are going for it. They are trying to score, but they're aware that Paraguay are a danger. So maybe that is showing that they're not quite so overconfident as they might appear. And they are being somewhat cautious. Not as cautious as Argentina were, but somewhat cautious. So maybe it's a respect thing. We don't know. But I did, to be fair, right? I don't know, what did I expect? I did expect goals. I always expect goals, so that's not new. Solid Blake says Mbappe should do better there for that header, or for that last ball in. But yeah, whoever's out there for Paraguay, out there with Dembele, they're doing really well. Yeah, it does. It takes real guts, Hassan. Real guts. Do you know what, though? Oh, Rabiot had a little go. Maybe he wants the distraction. You know, everybody does it a little differently. Maybe this is, what's he going to do? And I'm not, as I said, everybody's different. He's going to sit at home thinking about it, knowing that he's probably feeling guilty about not being here with the team as well. So at least, if nothing else, this might be giving him a bit of a distraction to sort of help him through a little bit. But as you say, hopefully he is getting the support he needs. I mean, that is a foul on Enciso. Harold says, how did the USA beat them 5-1? I have yet to watch the USA because all of their games have all been like super late or, at weird times. I haven't actually watched them yet in the competition. So I don't even know. I can't even pass comment on the USA at all. Like, what is the need for that? Crawling all over the keeper? Solid Blake says, weirdly, this match is flying by with not a lot happening. It actually is going super fast, I thought that, like, when it hit 30 minutes, it's boiling over now. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. So when Mbappe has pushed Enciso, then somebody else tried to push Mbappe, and now, oh my God, it's a melee. It's a melee. Look at this, number 2 is after just breaking away, running after Barcola and starting to push him for no reason. Like, what was the need for that? It was between 2 players, it was being broken up, and then everybody else comes running in. Right, so Mbappe didn't like that from Kubas. They sort of had a bit of a push and a shove. Right, so that's the 2 of them have shoved each other. Right, get over it. And then everybody else decides they want to be involved. And now they're all laughing. It's the most action we've had all match. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It's the best action of the whole match. It's going to be a free kick. Olise is taking it. Was that a bad free kick, or was it bad that nobody got on the end of it? It looked like he put it in a very dangerous spot and just nobody tried to run onto it. Corner in, headed away. Oh, shot from Koundé straight at the keeper. Oh, Paraguay player on the ground holding the side of his face. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's wrong with him. Did anybody see what happened to him? He's up anyway. He's fine now. I've no idea how he ended up on the ground. They've my guys here. They've just showed me 3 replays. Haven't a clue. Harold says Paraguay are trying to frustrate them, and France are getting frustrated. Well, they most certainly are. Right, we're going down the right. Dembele's got it. He's actually got a ball in, and not very far. It was blocked and sent away. That's the first ball, I think. I think that might be the first ball that Dembele has actually got through. They're defending really well against him. Like, they're doubling up on that side. It's back with Paraguay. It's back with France. The Paraguay player has stayed down in the middle circle, rolling on the ground. But I'll be honest, I didn't in real time. I didn't see anything wrong with it, and apparently either did the referee, because he's completely ignoring him. And Ciso has got up. Solid Blake is saying Olise has been quiet so far. He's having spells. I feel like when it started off, he was really in it. I think there's a bit of struggling. Who is rolling around the ground now for France? Like, what is actually going on? Mbappe is rolling around the ground. What happened to him? He's just hit him. He's literally lifted his arm and just whacked him. Not hard enough for what Mbappe is doing, right? He hasn't hit him that hard. He's definitely not hit him that hard. But Galarza, directly in front of the referee, lifts his arm and goes like this. I mean, Mbappe's gone down like he's been shot, right? That was dramatic. But he's definitely lifted his arm and purposely hit him. That is a foul. Mbappe was dramatic. But you can't just whack somebody because they've run past you either. Like, that's not really how that works. What is this match? I don't know what I'm watching right now. It's a little bit... Rob says, France aren't playing with their usual confidence. Solid Blake, he was brilliant in the last game. He was very good. But I said that to you. I said they're taking turns. They're kind of having a game on, a game off. Like, they're good in this game and then they swap. Somebody else is good in the next game. That seems to be how they're going. Bunker said somebody slapped Mbappe, or somebody slapped Mbappe again. I don't know which it is. Flossie says he got hit in the arm. Yeah. Like, he definitely wasn't the way he went on. He was very dramatic. But also, you can't just whack somebody because they run past you. What's wrong? I actually think Paraguay are getting frustrated. Yes, France are, but I actually think Paraguay are working so hard to frustrate France, they're frustrating themselves. Enciso's getting really kind of, you know. Luke says, what an idiot. Hassan says, if by some miracle Paraguay win this, I've got a few French friends who are in for a funny, rude phone call. I can't wait. Yeah, no, it was like a back of the hand sort of slap. That was what it was. I didn't know if you were saying slap him again. Someone slap Mbappe. I didn't know if you might go for another one. Solid Blake says, I expected a better game than this, to be honest. It has to improve. I do think most of us expected a better game than this. And I have to say, I'm actually kind of with Hassan. I didn't think I would enjoy this, but I'm actually highly entertained just because it feels so messy. Corner in, punched away. Hassan says this reminds him of the old Arsenal United games from the early 2000s. Yeah, I'm kind of, even though it's 0-0 and I wanted more goals, I did expect more goals. I am kind of enjoying the chaos. It's not like the game earlier where it was like stop, start, boring, slow. This feels like it is a little stop, start, but it's also a little bit just chaotic, which I'm kind of enjoying, despite myself. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. Jesus, look at the match momentum thing. Oh dear. That's not good. Alonso, that's the name of the guy over there. He's been doing a great job. Really, really great job because they're struggling to get down the left. Even when they do get down, it's getting blocked or sent straight back out. I think that's number 13. Is it going out to help him? And see there, Olise is trying to get through and there's like 2 or 3 on him. It's back to Dembele and there's 2. It's 23, sorry. 23 in Alonso. Like they're just shutting them down with like numbers. All boxed up says, note, this is how it was always going to be. Paraguay defend. Yeah, but when you see it in a picture, it looks quite dramatic. There were some big humps on the little monitor thing for the momentum. Kone's just tried to go through the middle because they can't. They're struggling. They're really struggling to get down the wings, particularly on that right hand side. So they're going down the middle and just taking shots. Yeah, not a lot of quality. I do agree with that, Solid Blake. Not a lot of quality on show. It's just chaos. Absolute chaos. I think we all love a bit of nostalgia, Hassan. I think everybody loves a little bit of nostalgia. All right, they're going to try down the left now. And they've had to go central, down into the middle again. They're going to try and go out right. And there you go, Alonso and number 23. 2 of them are on Dembele again. That he's pulled him back there. Right. Paraguay. The thing with Paraguay is they are going to get tired. But they're attacking. That was a poor ball through. He was never getting to that. He was never getting to that ball through for Paraguay. The thing is, eventually Paraguay will get tired. One slip in concentration, that is all it takes. One moment of magic from France, one slip in concentration from Paraguay, and it's a goal. I understand this is primarily how the game is going to be. But you need to have you need to sort of attack. It's all well and good not conceding, but you can't win the game without scoring. You must try to score. Yeah, the ball throw was really poor. He was just never ever getting it. I don't know what. Right, Kone is being dispossessed here. Enciso did well there. He was just shoved on the ground. Right. Enciso's being a pain in the backside, but that was an actual foul. Enciso's been throwing himself on the ground all over the gaff. He actually gets actually fouled, and now the referee doesn't believe him because he's just been throwing himself on the ground so much. Harold, I'll be honest, you didn't miss much of anything. More of the same. Essentially, France attacking, Paraguay defending is more or less the status quo at the moment. Very little changing. Josh just wants to see goals. 0-0 is no good to him. Yeah, I agree. Half time is needed. Just need to... I had thought maybe the hydration break would do something, but I'll tell you how little has happened in this match. The only added time on this half is the 3 minutes. That was the hydration break. There's no extra added time on this half at all. That wasn't great. Rabiot was decent in the last match. He's not having a great match today. Do you know what it is, though? I do think it's Paraguay are doing well. Like, Paraguay are shutting them down well. Paraguay are stopping them well. Like, France are attacking, but Paraguay are defending well, shutting them down, blocking their way, irritating them. Paraguay are doing their job, but at some point they are going to have to attack instead of just defend. Ball in by Koundé, but sent out by the defenders. That's it. We're half-time. Even the referee was like, I'm not doing this for any longer than I have to. There's nothing more to see in this half. The referee was like, go in and start over. This is ridiculous. Other than that little melee in the middle where there's a bit of pushing and shoving, there's really nothing to speak of, if I'm being totally honest, guys. Very little to say. It's all France attacking, Paraguay defending. They're defending well. That's it. This is like there's absolutely nothing else to say. I'll just be waffling to you. Bonkers is delighted it's halftime for a cup of tea, which reminds me. Timer. There we go. So Bonker says, yes, halftime for a cup of tea. That's the way to think. Guess is sleeping, I reckon. But if Guess wasn't asleep, that's what she would be thinking too. Let me get myself right over here. Okay, no, we're all right there. Josh, well, that was shit. Hassan says, Rob's old school like me. Nothing like a little confrontation to rile it up. Harold says they're aiming for that penalty shootout. I hope not, lads. I don't want to have to watch an extra 30 minutes of this. This isn't much good to me. We would like a goal. At least, and you know what it is? I don't like that. If Paraguay are just playing for a penalty shootout and they're not even trying to win the match, which so far they're not, then frankly, I hope France win. I know that's not going to be popular with the people, but at the end of the day, France are trying to play football and win the match. Therefore, I hope they win because Paraguay aren't bothering. Like, see if Paraguay were doing a bit of the winding up and then using that as like a platform to try and win the match. Okay. But I agree with Harold. It feels like they're playing for penalties. It feels like they want to get the whole way through at 0-0. They don't care and just win on penalties. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like that. I want to see a team trying to win the match. Be defensive, yes. Be cautious, yes. Be aware that France are dangerous, yes. but try and win the match. If you're not trying to win the match, I hope you lose. Do you know what I mean? Hassan will be back in a momento, no problem at all. Rob is saying, please don't forget to hit the like. Good shout from Rob. Please don't forget to hit the like, people. Andrew says, I've never seen France rattled. He's having a good old giggle. And Josh says, at least Lou is keeping us entertained. I'm doing my best, Josh. I'm doing my best. We've got to half time. We've made it through the first half. We've made it through the hydration break. We've gotten to half time. And I'm just hoping that if we can get as far as the second half, that maybe they're going to entertain us. Because to be fair, wasn't the match like that yesterday? Was it not yesterday? Because it wasn't. Cape Verde and Argentina was good the whole way through. What other match did we have yesterday? I feel like there was a recent match. Was it the early match yesterday? Maybe it was the day before, where the first half was complete dross, and then the second half was like really good and very entertaining. I can't remember what that was. I cannot remember which match that was. Bear with me just a sec. But I'm hoping we're going to get a repeat of that. That it's going to be first half a little bit dross, second half magical. That's what I'm hoping for. Andrew says, some people said it would be an easy win for Argentina and France. And I mean, to be fair, we've been a little guilty of that. I keep saying, who's playing France in the next round. And, when Morocco won, I said, oh, well, Morocco, France, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, so to be fair, I'm not purposely, but I am doing the same thing before the match kicked off. And it was only when it kicked off, I was like, to be fair, France might not go through. So, yeah, that's true. Harold, Portugal, Croatia. Let me look, Harold. I've written them down because I keep forgetting. So hold on, Clattered myself. Portugal, Croatia. I've written Portugal, Spain. Hold on. Have I got a typo in my notebook? Let me double check. Oh, is that the match? Was that the match? Portugal, Croatia. That might have been the match, I think you might be right, Harold, because that would have been the one before Argentina. So you actually might be spot on for that. You might be spot on for that. That might be exactly the match I'm thinking of. That would have been the earlier game than Argentina, Cape Verde. So I do think that's exactly the one. First half was complete dross, and then second half we had a match. So, yeah, Rob has confirmed. Harold has an excellent memory. I mean, mine's terrible, so it's not hard to beat mine. But, yes, Rob has confirmed it was Portugal, Croatia. Thank you, Harold. So, hopefully, it's going to be a bit like that. That it'll get more goals. I know Hassan is enjoying it. And if the match has gone that fast, it hasn't been not entertaining at all, because I wasn't sitting looking at the clock going, oh, it's the half over yet. Are we nearly done? I'm bored out of my brain, which I have on some of the matches. I've been like, oh my God, please get to half time. Wasn't like that as much, but I was expecting a bit more. So I think it's parts of it I enjoyed. Parts of it I'm like, right, come on now, lads, get it together. I would keep changing my mind. But yeah, I'm hoping for a more exciting second half. All Boxed Up is saying, Paraguay wait and defend, then spring into action when the opposition don't expect it. Their whole objective is to qualify for the next round by any means, which frustrates the opponents and onlookers. Absolutely correct, All Boxed Up. And I do have to say that, to be fair, I'm just watching it. I'm just like you guys. I just want to be entertained. Paraguay owe me nothing. Paraguay, they don't owe anything to entertaining me. As All Boxed Up says, Paraguay's objective is to qualify. Paraguay's objective is to get into the next round by any means necessary. and tough if I find it boring. And they're absolutely well within their rights. That is exactly what they should do. I don't have to like it though. It is boring. Very effective. And as Solid Blake says, you have to play to your strengths. But it doesn't mean it's not boring. It doesn't mean they should stop. They should do what works for them. But it's not working for me. So if Paraguay aren't going to try and score, then I hope France do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you do. You have to play to your strengths, but we don't have to like it. All Boxed Up is in Hassan's sort of bus, saying, from a football point of view, technically it's good to watch when they execute well. But that's the thing. Everybody enjoys different things. So some people really enjoy that kind of technical football and the tactics of it. As you're saying, when a plan is executed well. And that's totally fine. Some people really do enjoy that. I prefer the excitement and the fast pace and the goals and the whole lot of it. You know what I mean? And that's what makes a fan is, you find what you enjoy, and we all enjoy different things. Rob is convinced. Rob is convinced it's going to liven up. He said it when the half ended, and he's saying it now just before the second half is going to start. He's willing it into existence. Rob is willing this game to liven up. He fully believes in it. He's doing the law of attraction, and if he says it, it will happen. Well, Rob, I hope you're right. I hope you make it happen. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, guys. Solid Blake says a few subs might be needed if it stays the same after another 20 minutes to add something different. I don't even know. Would you wait that long? If it's not changing, would you wait that long? Particularly if you're France. So Paraguay probably are quite happy with 0-0. They're probably over the moon with that because they'll probably be okay to go to penalties. If you're France, though, do you want to go to penalties with Paraguay? I'd imagine they probably want to beat them in real time. So I would say Paraguay probably won't feel too pushed to do much. France, on the other hand, may feel that they need to make changes a little bit sooner. There we are. They're showing me the next games like Brazil, Norway, Mexico, England, Portugal, Spain. They're the next 3 games. The games are getting good, aren't they? The games are getting really good. They're getting a little bit spicy, guys. To be fair, All Boxed Up, I don't think it matters if you're from a football background or not. As I said the other day on the stream, I grew up, surrounded by football. My granddad founded a club. It was we grew up in the club watching, do you know what I mean? Week in, week out. So, I don't think it really matters if you've got a football background. I think it's more a personal preference. Joe, some people don't like chocolate. I do. Some people don't like coffee. I do. I do sometimes think it's just preference. Maybe it feeds into it, but I don't think it's necessarily dictates as such. I do sometimes just think it's people like what they like. Solid Blake is saying 3 cracking games upcoming. Hope they all deliver. I hope so too. Because I've been let down by a few games now. So I'm hoping that they all start delivering. But I can't remember who said it earlier. Somebody mentioned earlier on the earlier stream, I can't remember who it was, that, when you get to this stage, teams do get a little bit more cautious because nobody wants to be knocked out, which is understandable. However, you're going to get knocked out if you don't score as well. Harold is down to 198. Harold, you are like smashing it. 198 kilometers left, Harold has. Smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. How many did you have at the start? Can I scroll up that far? Let me see. You're doing so well, Harold. You're in the home run. You are in the home run now. Rob can't wait for the England game. All Box Stuff says, many moons back, Paraguay had a goalie, Sheila Ver. Is there an L? Yeah, Sheila Ver, who was a free kick expert, went upfield and scored big goals at key times. He was brilliant. Love that. It all goes back around, doesn't it? Will the fans still have plenty of energy? They're all having a great old dance in there. Do we think there'll be any halftime substitutions? Do we know if there's any halftime substitutions? I can see them in the tunnel. I'm waiting them. Harold remembers him all boxed up. Harold says, I remember him. He was one of a kind. He was one of a kind. Flossie, you're back to us. Flossie says, who was the keeper that did scorpion kicks? When you guys are saying many moons, how many moons are we talking? Is this before my time? Harold says, what do we think about the Norway-Brazil and England-Mexico games? I don't think either result is guaranteed. I think Norway have been quite good and they've been quite steady. I think Brazil have been very up and down. I think if Brazil turn up, Norway might be in trouble. I think if Brazil do what they've been doing through the tournament and they're a bit wishy-washy, I think Norway have a reasonable chance. I think it's very possible Norway could beat Brazil. I wouldn't, if Norway ended up beating Brazil, I wouldn't be like, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? England, Mexico, I don't know, because England have not been very good. And yet somehow they keep winning. And I don't understand it, because they've not been very good. They've been absolutely terrible. But they keep winning. And I know Mexico has an unbelievable record at the Azteca. And I know there's all these different things, and I spoke to you guys about the importance of the altitude and what it can do to your breathing and your decision making with your oxygen levels and all the rest of it. But England just keep managing to do it. So I really don't know. And I think that's maybe why I'm looking forward to the game so much. I genuinely don't know who's going to win either of them, which is really unusual. A lot of the time, you're sort of leaning to one. It's rare when you just really don't know. You sort of have a leaning. I actually don't. So that was a very long-winded answer. That wasn't much of an answer, Harold. I'm very sorry. Oh, Flossie, your little it's your granddaughter that's visiting, isn't it? I remembered you saying that she was there for the weekend. I didn't think you'd be back to us. I thought you'd give it up on us. Higuaita, all boxed up, and Harold coming through with the name. Higuaita is the name of the goalkeeper that did the scorpion kicks. We have started the second half, and Almiron's on the ground. I didn't see the challenge, but the referee has just had enough of him. The referee's raging. He's like, what is wrong with you? There's nothing there. Do you know what? I'd actually give Almiron a yellow for diving. There's nothing in that. Solid Blake, no changes at half time. Correct. Thank you for keeping me on track. I asked that in the tunnel. I was like, has there been any changes? And then forgot my own question. No, there's been no changes at half time. Thank you, Solid Blake, for keeping me with the programme. Lads, I don't even pay attention to myself. I've not a clue what I say on these watch-alongs. No idea. Oh, Flossie. Olise is on the ground, clutching his head. There's going to be a free kick, I believe, for France. Oh, that's so sad, Flossie. Bless her. What age is she? It's with France, guys. I don't know how to tell you, but it's with France. Solid Blake reckons if no goal comes, we'll see changes at 60 minutes. I just don't know why do they wait for 60 minutes. Like, I get the theory. Give them a chance to implement what you've told them at halftime, and if you don't see it changing, then change it, right? I do understand it. It's not that I'm thick. But if it's really just not working, just change. I'm so impatient. I'm such an impatient person, right? I understand the theory. I just don't like having to wait. Just do it now. Do you know what I mean? I understand it, but I don't like it. How often do I say that on this channel? I understand it, but I don't like it. I feel like that's my catchphrase and I didn't know. But you're probably right, to be fair. Yeah, over the bar there by Rabiot. He's not been on it today, Rabiot. He's really not been on it today. He had... The last match, Rabiot was really good. And that was it. Solid Blake gets me. He gets me. Almiron's trying to go forward. Even when he's trying to take a shot, he ends up on the ground, lads. He took a shot. He fell over. He's won a corner. But even when he's attacking, even when he's taking a shot, he's on the ground. Does he just have terrible balance? Is that what's wrong with him? He's just nothing except fall over. The corner. We're about to have the corner, guys. Tell you what, if Paraguay score, we're in for a match. Yes, Solid Blake. He's horizontal more than he's vertical. The referees just told them to stop pushing each other, and the minute he's walked away, they're pushing each other. I think he's deciding whether or not to just go over and kick one of them. Ball came in and the keeper got to it. He didn't get it too far though. It's out on the left. It's put out for a throw. It's going to be a Paraguay throw. But yeah, he is horizontal more than vertical. And shout out to Mama Flossie, who did warn us about this before the match started. Right, Alonso's going to take this, and he was one of the better players for Paraguay in the first half. He's thrown it directly to Mignon, though. Oh, what a counter. Mbappe's away. He's away. He couldn't get the shot off. Right, it's gone for a corner, but they're saying he handballed it. They've taken the corner anyway. Ref had side netting. Dembele went into the keeper. It was an accident. They've all got into each other. Dembele's trying to rub his back to see if he's okay. God love him. I mean, he did hand the ball. Mbappe did control the ball with his hand. It shouldn't have been a corner. This young man was correct. But Dembele rubbing the keeper on the back to see if he was okay. Normally, even when you've injured them, they just put it. Oh, he really landed on him, didn't he? He twirled around and fell on him. I see why he was giving him a little rub on the back now. Dr. Dembele. I mean, the keeper's still down, but I mean, Dembele pirouetted and then landed on him. So it probably did hurt him somewhat. It was just a little rub. It's done me in. You get used to such in football, such sort of cynicism and such bite between the players. Well, now we all know what Dembele is like in a crisis. Don't call him. He won't know what to do. Just, do there. Yeah, it was. You're right, Bonkers. On the replay, it was definitely a handball. Definitely. It should never have been a corner. Now, Mbappe, I don't like that. Mbappe is telling the referee, you're supposed to count him down. He's just after getting up at the ground because your mate flattened him. Calm down. Give him a minute. Right, so we've had the goal kick. The goalkeeper's hobbling. The goalkeeper took that goal kick and nearly fell over when he put his foot back on the ground. We may end up seeing Gil getting subbed. Not now, but maybe in about 5 or 10 minutes. He took that kick and then hobbled slightly. Should it have been a penalty, says Daz? For what? Ooh, what a shot. What a save. Well done, Gil. Great shot by Koundé. Great save by Gil. Yeah, really good. Really good. We're about to see a corner here, I think. Oh, it was Kone. Sorry, Kone. Very well done by the keeper. The linesman is having none of them. Right, corners come in. Not great. No, Daz. Mbappe was the attacker. So it shouldn't have been a penalty. It would only be a penalty if it was in his own box. But Mbappe handled it in Paraguay's box. So it should have been a free kick rather than a corner. Hassan says, 2 more likes, people. Get to it. I bet here we on, Hassan. We've 16 likes. Go on, guys. Smash the like button. You can do it. Harold says, Gil is getting a big move. It was a very good save, so it was. Right, out another France corner, people. Nothing came of that one. It's with Gil again. He seems to be moving better on the leg now. He's not stumbling at all. Flossie says tomorrow half the Prem will be linked to him. And Ciso is trying to chase down this ball, but to no avail. Paraguay have actually got the ball now. And they've just literally given it back to France. Hassan. Hassan is an ex-banker and the numbers aren't adding up. He's displeased and he would like some likes, please. That's made me laugh. Changes. I think Enciso's the one going off. He looks shattered and he's not been particularly good. He's A for effort, not for output. Oh, Aldoretti's on the ground. Is he going to go off? Lads, every time I look at the screen, a different player's on the ground. Yeah, change incoming, and it is almost 60 minutes. But they all do it. 60 minutes. It's like fashionable. Let's do our halftime talk. Let's see what we can change. Let's watch for 15 minutes. Does it change? No? Okay. Let's do the... do you know what I mean? Right, so I think it's Alderete coming off. Canelli on. Canale. Apologies, not Canelli. Canale. Yeah, I have to say solid. He didn't look right. He looked just shattered. Like, this has to be hard on their bodies. Well won back by Paraguay there. And then turned back over by Mbappe. Barcola. Oh, through the legs. Keeper's got down to it anyway. Tell you what, number 4, Caceres. He's been really bloody good for Paraguay, the centre-back. He's been very good. They're pushing each other and the ball's not even on the pitch anymore. Do you know what it is, Hassan? I do and I don't. Hassan says he feels for Paraguay. They've kept France of all teams at bay for this long. But you know what? I don't feel for them because do you know why? Look how brave Cape Verde were. And they held Argentina at bay while being that brave, while trying to go forward, while creating chances. Why couldn't Paraguay do the same? Do you know what I mean? I take your point, but I felt for Cape Verde because they fought for it. They played for it. They actually tried to win. Enciso's doing this. I thought he was going off the last time. He's going off this time instead. So for me, I don't feel sorry for them. I felt sorry for Cape Verde because they earned my sympathy. Whereas Paraguay, they're not trying. They're not trying to win the match. So if you're not trying to win, I hope you lose. So I I understand where you're coming from. I just disagree. I hope France win because Paraguay haven't even tried to win. So Enciso did go off that time. Caballero was on. What language do they speak in Paraguay? Barcola is coming off for Due, by the way, guys. He's not had a great match, Barcola. He's not had a great match at all. Paraguay language. Okay, let's see. Spanish and Guarani. Okay, fair. Fairs. Yeah, the 60-minute substitute for France, literally exactly on the 60th minute. And for Paraguay, although to be fair, I thought for Paraguay that Enciso was going to go off the last time because he was on the ground as well when the other boy went off. Yes, Cape Verde went for it. That's why they got respect. Whereas Paraguay, they're defending very well, but they're not going for it. And that's annoying me. Yeah. 100%. Rob says he agrees they should attack, and Hassan is saying, yeah, he agrees with that bit. Just, recognize the defense, I suppose, more so because of the threat that France carries. What I will say is I don't feel like Paraguay are playing against the referee. Not the way Cape Verde had to. So they're probably playing against overall a better team than Argentina, but they're not facing the referee, which probably helps. France are just doing a little bit of a slow build up from the back here. There's a half an hour left, guys. Okay, and so Paraguay have won the ball back here. I reckon if we get anything, it could be 1-0 here, the way it's going. I mean, we're already a chunk of the way into the second half. There's Stewart. Will he have any better luck than Barcola? He's just cut in, you see. That looked like a foul to me on Stewart. What did you reckon to that, guys? I thought that looked like a foul on Due. Yeah, Solid says it looked like a free kick to Solid as well. I thought so now. Mbappe's just absolutely skied it. Like, skied it. I don't know. I mean, not only is it a free, I think it's probably a yellow. He stuck his leg out and left it there. Rob says, so France do have off games. Well, Harold suggested maybe the next game would be their off game, but maybe it's this one. Solid Blake says he clattered him. He did. Josh said definitely a foul on Due. A foul on Due. My commentators are not arguing or disagreeing. One of them's going, I think we're in for a long night. And the other one's like, no, I think there's going to be a goal. Nobody knows. Cut out there. Well cut out. But it's back with France. But that was really well done. Oh, go on, Due. He's got round 3 of them. And then he was taken down. And now Paraguay are on the counter. Saliba. Well done, Saliba. Really well done, Saliba. That was a fast run. That was a really fast run. He was like lightning. I need to see this, guys. Are we going to get a replay on the penalty, not penalty? Due is still down. That's a penalty. I'm sorry, that's a penalty. Is VAR looking at this? Josh says that's a pen. Solid Blake says looks a pen to me. Yeah, Almiron's wrecked now after running. Is VAR looking at this? Is anything happening here? VAR check, possible penalty. That's a penalty. Flossie said it has to be a penalty. Bonker says, yes, they're checking if it's a penalty. VAR is checking it, Rob. I've got VAR check on my screen now. Oh, the referee's going to the monitor. Yeah, Solid. This has to be. After not giving the free kick, they can't ignore this as well. I mean, that is a clear as day penalty. He stuck his foot out and kicked him, brought him down. You can't possibly not think that's a penalty, man. I mean, bloody hell. This feels like the most obvious penalty in the world. What are they talking about? It's absolutely a penalty. Right, he's coming back. He's coming back. We're going to hear him in a moment. Penalty given. Completely the correct decision. Completely the correct decision. Absolutely a penalty. And you know what that is? Karma for not giving the free kick a minute ago. Solid Blake, right decision, stonewall penalty. Completely agree. He's literally just kicked him in the leg. No, there's a lot of decisions in this World Cup you can argue with. A lot. That is not one of them, to be fair. That was a penalty clear as day. But look at what Paraguay are doing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their players in the box while Dembele is trying to take the penalty. The referee's telling them to get out of the box and they're refusing to leave the box. Every single one of them should be carded. The referee has told you to get out of the box. Look what he's doing, number 2. I hope France absolutely hammer these. I hope they score the penalty and then I hope they score 5 more in the next 20 minutes. They're actually disgusting. Did you see what number 2 was doing? Scuffing the penalty spot. The referee's telling them to get out of the box so we can take the penalty. They won't leave. Honestly, I hope this opens the floodgates and they absolutely muller them. I hope it's 5-0. That's actually disgusting. Not only are they not bothering to try and win the game, but that's a disgrace. The referee told you to move. Move. 7 of them in the penalty box. Look. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is ridiculous. He scored. He scored. He did the stutter. I was like, don't miss. Bloody hell, if he'd have missed, I'd have cried. I can't believe in France versus Paraguay, I feel sorry for France. I mean, bloody hell. And yeah, they should be booked. They absolutely should be booked. That is disgraceful carry on. Every single one of them that wouldn't leave the penalty area and whoever number 2 scuffing it absolutely should all be gotten booked. Every one of them. Flossie says they're cheating. They 100% are. Hassan says, now I'm pissed. Have some grace, mi hermanos. Let them take the damn penalty. Rob says, justice. Yes, Daz, he could book the player for scuffing the spot, but he did it behind the referee's back, so we didn't see him. But he could, yes. Josh says game over. And Solid Blake says, can we see a couple more goals now? I hope they absolutely annihilate them. I just want to see France goal after goal after goal. I hope they demolish them. So we have substitutes here. Gomez, the guy you gave away the penalty in the first place, he's getting substituted off. His manager, fair play to him, is giving him a warm welcome and saying, look, these things happen, don't worry. But he's been subbed off. I think maybe is the manager subbing off some of the hotter heads to calm things down a little bit. Maybe. Almiron coming off as well. Yeah, they're going to start diving and fouling more than they've already been doing. I genuinely hope the French demolish them. How do you go in, right? Paraguay, an underdog. How does Paraguay, the underdog, go into a match in the World Cup against what most people consider to be the favourites to win, a team that most people don't like, from a country most people don't like, and you come out as the team people want to lose? That takes work. They went into this match with most people wanting them to beat France for multiple reasons. They're coming out of this match probably with a lot of people going, that's a disgrace. I hope France beat them. How do you go from the plucky underdog to the team everybody wants to lose? That takes work. Cubas and Rabiot have come together there. Why is he not on a yellow? What is the referee actually doing here? The referee needs to get a grip of this game. We're on a hydration break. It's all kicking off now. It's kicking off now in a major way. But I'm not being funny. The reason this is now kicking off is because the referee is not taking control of the match. Because the referee is letting all of these fouls go and he's letting all of these things happen, he's not awarding any cards. Now what's happening is the players are taking things into their own hands and somebody's going to get in trouble for doing something silly because the referee is not doing his job. The managers are on the pitch separating the players because the referee's honestly, the referee's brutal. Absolutely brutal. If somebody gets sent off in this match, it's because the referee hasn't done his job. So Rabiot's after getting taken out of it. Caceres is then over at Mbappe. Mbappe walks off laughing. Number two is the one that's pulling at Mbappe, right? Number 2 was the one that scuffed the penalty spot. And then he's the one chasing Mbappe, pulling out of him. And you know what he does? What he hasn't got? A yellow card. I'm actually so frustrated. Imagine if Ireland was playing in this tournament, lads. Look how mad I am. None of these are my country. None of these players play for United. This is nothing to do with me whatsoever. I'm literally just neutral, supposedly. And I'm so mad. I get so invested. Oh, dear. Right, let me read some comments. I need to calm myself down. Flossie called it, to be fair, right before it happened. All Vox Stuff says, I would have yellow and red carded the Paraguay players for messing around in the area, 100%. Solid Blake says, Paraguay have to go for it now, so should open the game up. Well, not if they want to play wrestling instead. And Josh says, just the moment that was said, Paraguay start fouling. Rob says, what is wrong with the ref? I don't know. He's doing his best impression of the Three Blind Mice, to be honest with you, the way he's going. Absolutely disgraceful. And yeah, everybody said Flossie was absolutely spot on. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. The referee needs to get a handle on this game because this is disgraceful. The referee is there to control the game, and he's not doing his job. Let's see how we go now. So that's the hydration break over and confirmation of the 2 subs. Like, how many yellow cards did we end up with earlier? Like 8? 9? 8? This boy's like, what's a yellow card? Nobody told me about those before. Mavis, Flossie might be settling her granddaughter. She's sort of in and out, so she might be settling her granddaughter, but it might take her a little minute to see your comment. But I'd say she'll be back in a few minutes. The little one might not be settling. We've had another foul. Oh, there she is. There she is. We've had another foul on Mbappe. I do feel like Mbappe's on the wind-up now. Mbappe can see them getting annoyed, and now he's on the wind-up. No. Did you see that? Caceres, look at that. When he's on the ground, kicks him, studs up in the leg. Lads, I'm sorry. What is going on? Right? Mbappe is dramatic, right? But he's lying on the ground, sticks his legs out, studs up and kicks Mbappe in the leg. Nada. The referee's a joke. The referee is actually a joke. Is he the worst referee in the tournament? And we've had a lot of bad ones. He might be the worst, though. Because what he's doing is endangering players by letting them do stupid things. Yeah, Bonkers is saying no yellow yet. Like, I actually, this is beyond a joke now. This is beyond a joke. The referee needs to do his job. You're not a timekeeper, you're a referee. I can't. Yeah, the referee's lost it. The referee has lost it. Top 2 worst, I concur, says Hassan. Like, come on, France. It's not Paraguay playing against the referee, it's France. What is going on? I feel like we're actually in an alternative universe, right? I feel France are playing Paraguay and the referee. How has this happened? How have France become the plucky underdog in this match? What is going on? This is the mentalest thing in the world. This is not what I expected from this match at all. I thought France would be like 4-0, 4-1 up. Everybody be like, oh, France. But no. France are... What? The throw-in was awarded to France. The French bench, or the Paraguayan bench went mental, and the referee went, okay, let Paraguay have the throw. I'm losing it, guys. I'm going to be saying things I can't say. I have to remember I'm on YouTube. Like, this is a public place. There's rules. I can't cope. I actually am not coping very well, lads. Look, did you see that? Look, he's elbowing him. Bloody hell. Right, is this referee blind? Does he, it's okay to seek help if you can't see. It's like, they have things to help with that. I understand The French players are being dramatic. The reason they're being dramatic is because they're getting away with everything. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, guys. I'm shocked. Yeah, imagine. Imagine. I didn't expect to get this into the World Cup, guys. I have to. Oh, he does have yellow cards. He has a yellow card for Kone. He has a yellow card for Kone. It is a yellow card. It's a yellow card offence. Correct. What about all of the other ones? What? Kone has got a well-deserved yellow card. Correct decision. No, I've never seen the like of this either, Rob. Either have I. The same referee who did England and Congo. Was he terrible in that one as well? I can't remember now. If Paraguay equalise, I'm going to be devastated. He went to Clinton's and found his cards. The Paraguayans had Simeone train them. I'm telling you, Diego Simeone coached these. Oh, dear. And Paraguay are suddenly putting passes together here, which is... Look at the Paraguayan bench and manager every time anything happens. They're up in arms. It's actually ridiculous. I'm so glad that Cape Verde had more class than this. Right, come on, France, get another one. I know. There's been some really good referees and there's been some absolutely terrible referees. This boy's brutal. Who is he? Let's have a look. Where does he referee normally? Let's check. What is that flag? He's from Uzbekistan. Oh, we have a sub. Sub for France. Dembele off. Dembele's really struggled to get into the game. They've completely marked him out of the game. Right, so we referees in India, in Asia, in China. A lot in Asia. He does a lot of refereeing in Asia and internationals and the UAE Pro League. What is AFC Champions League Elite? Asia. Yeah, he primarily referees in Asia from what I can see and international competitions. It's all right, Hassan. We won't hold you accountable for him. And yes, sorry. Thank you, Bonkers. It was Turkey that come on, by the way, for Dembele. It was Turkey on for Dembele. This is the first match where I'm not absolutely praying for a late equaliser. I really just want France to win this. It's the very first match where I'm not like, please get another goal. No, I just want France to win. By the way, guys, how do you feel? I've told you all how I feel. How do you feel about Paraguay and France? Would you like to see Paraguay equalise, or would you like to see France go on and win? Do you feel a little less strongly than I do? Flossie says, the ref has had a shocker and I hope he gets marked down for this performance. Yeah, I bloody hope that he's not going to be near a final or anything. Less games means they're going to need less referees. They can start letting some of them go home. I feel like the guy from the very first match, he's probably going home. They're going to start dropping off referees because they won't need as many of them. So I have a few suggestions. Rob says, I want Paraguay out now. Me too. It's actually just been disgraceful. Do they know there's cameras? Like, they understand people can see what they're doing. Solid Blake says, I don't want Paraguay to score. I can't take another 30 minutes of this game. That's what I said on the earlier game, to be fair. This one has been a bit better. Not because of the football, but at least there's been stuff happening. The earlier game was a struggle, I have to be honest. Ye guys were fantastic. Only for ye, I wouldn't have got through it. No, Flossie says, absolutely not. France has to win this. Okay, we're all on the same page. I didn't want anybody to feel like anybody disagreeing it because I was so emphatic. Nobody wanted to put it in the chat. I know I can be a bit grumpy. So if that happens, guys, and I do just want to say this, I can be very sharp. I'm fully aware I can be very cutting. It's not on purpose. It's just the way I am. But I calm down very quickly. So if you do have a different opinion than me, just get it in. I might snipe you. And then a couple of minutes later, I'll be like, all right, okay. I've moved past it. So don't take me to heart, is what I'm saying. No, well, Hassan feels strongly. He also doesn't want an equaliser here. I'm not sure I can read his full message out, but he definitely doesn't want an equaliser. Oh, big save there. Big save by Gill. Yeah, my bark is worse than my bite. Don't take me to heart if I snap at you. Because 5 minutes later, I'll have forgot I said it. And you might be like, oh God, she really, I'll have forgot. So don't take me seriously. All Foxed Up. Harold says it's not happening. And All Foxed Up says, I disagree with my earlier selection, which was Paraguay. Fuck him. Josh says, if Paraguay equalise, I will walk through town naked. Don't make promises you're not prepared to keep. You don't know how much extra time there's going to be. Yes, I agree. I do agree with Solid Blake. Gill deserves some credit for Paraguay. Other than that, they've been poor. Gill, the goalkeeper, he's done quite a good job. He has done he's several good saves, and anytime it has kicked off, he's been separating it. He's not got involved in any of the nonsense. He has multiple times pulled his own players away. So yes, good point from Solid Blake. Gill, the goalkeeper, I liked him. He did well, played well, saved well, and wasn't involved in the nonsense. So I'll give him that one. All Boxed Up might want Paraguay again because of Josh's comment. To be fair, he only said Paraguay have to equalise. They don't have to win. He's not that fussy. Ten minutes of added time. 10. Minutes of extra time. So Paraguay, the team that were causing all the time wasting, get the benefit of 10 extra minutes. Like, most of the time that was wasted was Paraguay wasting it. And now they get rewarded with more time to potentially equalize. Oh no, RTE can't believe it either. They've had a bit of a meltdown. All right, let me see. RTE have had a bit of a moment here. They also are struggling with the 10 minutes of extra time. Let me just refresh the RTE player. Please work. Come on, lads, get it together. Right. Free kick here. Free kick for Olise. Well, for France. Olise looks like he's going to be the one taking it. They've sent it sideways instead of forward. Yeah. Yeah. Paraguay spent 5 minutes delaying the penalty. You're right, Rob. That is exactly what happened. You're 100% correct. Like, every single time anything happens, Paraguay are like lunatics. Every time. Yeah. Please don't. Please don't. Hassan, the only problem is I think if France started doing the number of fouls that Paraguay were doing, they'll get sent off. Oh yes, because Josh has made a promise. I thought he was just really cheering for Paraguay, or really cheering for France, but then I've realised he's made a promise, hasn't he? Silly Josh. You should have stuck to spilling your tea. Turkey's won a corner there. Right, are we taking the corner? I mean, to be fair, France don't need to rush. Andrew says France are overrated. They've shown him nothing. I mean, they are playing against the referee as well as Paraguay. Like, the Paraguayan players are just completely ignoring the linesmen and the referees. Just completely. They're being told to do things, and then they're just not following it. Kunde is on the ground holding his face. France are playing a little bit now, I think. France are starting to play the game now. But you know what? Paraguay have done it for 90 minutes, so I actually don't even feel two ways about it. Do it. Get all the free kicks. And now we've two balls on the pitch. Look at them. Look at Paraguay. Their manager's almost definitely not in his technical area. Look where he is. He's away down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, there's a bajillion of them hopping up and down on the sideline. Paraguay, honestly, they just need to go out. Look at them all. Can the referees get control of the match at all? Paraguay have rightly annoyed me in this match. I've never seen Paraguay play before, and now I can't stand them. One match, that was enough. I don't know how they're not getting booked at all. Not a clue, Flossie. It's so frustrating. Right, go on. Go on, do it. Mbappe, save. Save. I mean, to be fair, right? I really want France to win. Gil has been sensational for Paraguay. He's been really, really good. Oh, no. Oh, it's only a yellow. Okay. It's only a yellow. I thought he was going to get sent off for that. Olise is getting a yellow. Mbappe is like, are you for real? I thought he was going to give him a red. The game's losing it. Right, so number 23 picks up the ball and is pushing at Olise, and then Olise pushes him back a little bit hard. Turkey's like, stop. I can't deal with this match. Well, we got entertained, guys. Might not be quality, but we most certainly got entertained. Yeah, what a double save. What a double save. Yeah, I have to say, Hassan, I agree with you. He should have hit him harder. But yeah, Gil, like, really, really good. He's been, like, blown me away a little bit. Some of the saves he's made, his team have let him down completely. Corner to Paraguay. Who is number 23 for Paraguay? Galarza. See that Galarza? Number 23. He spent more time starting rows, creating trouble, rolling round the ground. I'd just give him a straight red for being annoying. Right, corner comes in. Caught. Well done, Mignon. Caught. Yeah, it is getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. This referee makes Michael Oliver look like an absolute, like, unbelievable referee. Like, with Michael Oliver earlier, there was a lot of yellows, but most of them were actual yellow card offences. This bucko, Michael Oliver would never. They'd all be booked. Everybody would have a yellow. One for you and one for you. Like, Caceres should already be on a yellow. I don't know what I've watched. We just need to get to the end of this match. It's gone out for, I think, a goal kick. Like, look at number 23. He's shoving Mbappe directly in front of the referee, and the referee's doing nothing. He's just watched him push him. The referee is infuriating me. He's watched him walk over and shove him. Please just blow the whistle, because if Paraguay equalise, my head might melt. Just end the match. It's a mess. Like, and fair play to Gil. See him running over there to tell his own player to get up at the ground. It's done. France win. Paraguay out. Exactly where they belong. The only player for Paraguay that gets any credit, Gil. Gil, fantastic. Really, really good. Some incredible saves, a brilliant double save, does a sensational job. But the rest of that Paraguay team should be ashamed of their lives. Look at them following the French players. The Paraguayan players, look at number 23 is pushing his own manager. Number 23 is not only arguing with the referees, he's pushed his own manager. Yeah, France, just get off the pitch. Stay away from them. Dirt. Absolute dirt. I've never been so happy to see a team go out of a World Cup that had nothing to do with me. Delighted. Delighted for France. Congratulations. The better team won. But yeah, if that game had been refed properly, it would have been great. You're correct, Flossie. But guys, thank you very, very, very much for being a part of this watch along. The first half was dross. The second half was mental in all the wrong ways. But in the end, the correct team won the match, which really is what matters, I think. But thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate the company, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have got through the first half. I'd have just turned it off and then I'd have missed the second half. So it's thanks to you guys I saw the second half at all. You're all wonderful. Shout out, very special shout out to All Boxed Up and to Tom. Thank you both very much for your super chats. Very, very much appreciated. Scott Max says, well done, France. Cheers for the stream. Found you for the earlier match and came back for this. Well, thank you for joining us, Scott. And I hope I haven't frightened you off by complaining the whole way through the watch along. As I said, guys, no 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'm taking a little afternoon off, but I'll be back in the evening for Brazil versus Norway. 10 to 9 I'll be here, okay? Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely afternoon tomorrow. The best teacups on the whole of YouTube.